ornamental fish industry is a highly successful international or global fish industry that has huge turnovers, earnings in millions. India, like other countries, have also an significantly big ornamental fish industry operating in the country. However, the industry is not very well organized or recognized like the edible fish industry or like the common fisheries which is used for producing commercial fisheries for the purpose of human consumption. Ornamental fishes are fishes which represent different families of fish which are characterized by their beautiful shape, size, color, spot, banding, and their ability to breed even under artificial conditions quite successfully. Ornamental fish breeders around the world has done an extensive job of doing good research in locating various exotic species found in tropical, subtropical waters around the world, both freshwater and of marine origin, and then discovered the ways of rearing them under laboratory conditions or artificial conditions within an aquarium by adjusting various parameters. Over the years, ornamental fish industry has become highly organized around the world, and even in India, it has started gaining foot among the other sections of the pet industry. Ornamental fishes are not always very easy to breed, but fish breeders have come out with ingenious methods where they have produced several hybrids by crossing different genus and species or closely related genus and species to produce new forms, shape, size, color, banding, and patterns that are attractive to the customers. Unfortunately, though, many of the customers who collect these ornamental fishes by paying a significant high price are not well trained or well aware of raising ornamental fishes or fishes in the aquarium. It takes time for an individual or a particular person to get adequate knowledge in handling, processing, as well as in rearing fishes in an aquarium. Nonetheless, several of the ornamental species are extremely sensitive to changes in water quality parameters within the aquarium, and these often leads to their untimely death in large numbers. As a consequence, there is huge losses incurred, in addition to also the opposite side of the spectrum where huge profits are made. Ornamental fisheries have become a big industry because it is not only now restricted only to the pet lovers, but it has spread to an industrial scale to professional organizations where they usually construct huge freshwater or marine museums and keep various species of colorful fishes that vary in shape, sizes, color, banding patterns, as we have discussed before. And what are these new areas where fishes are being displayed? This could be anywhere. It could be a bus or a railway station. It could be an airport. It could be a hospital. It could be a senior citizen home. It could be a creche or a Montessori school, or even primary, middle school, secondary or higher secondary school, or even at the university level. It's a source of entertainment for people passing by because it's provides glaring, good colors and movement that soothes the mind of the people. In many hospitals and nursing homes across Western countries, it has now been made compulsory to have big fish tanks or aquariums of either freshwater or marine resources to have fishes that helps in calming down people who are coming to hospital, who are going through mental depressions, or people who are going through anxiety, stress in their life, are advised to look at fish aquarium because it has been found through extensive research that it calms down the mind. So thus, The expenses of the fishing industry has gone up, and the ornamental fishes now fetch a very significant amount of money for the fish breeders. But there is also a negative side of the ornamental fish industry. Many of the fish collectors who are moving in and around native countries in tropical, subtropical, subtemperate areas of Asia, Africa, Southern America, Central America, Caribbean islands, and other island countries collect fishes in huge numbers without actually knowing about them very clearly. So these fishes are collected. Many of them are herbivores, many of them are carnivores. They may look nice, but they kill and eat other fishes. And some are extremely successful predators that has been transferred from their native environment to places where they do not belong. That means to the customer's aquarium tank. One very specific example of this that has been demonstrated in a devastating manner has been the case of the suckerfish, which is used as mostly a cleaner fish in case of an aquarium, which are their bottom feeders. They usually go down and live at the bottom, and they usually take down removed debris and decomposing materials within the fish tanks, algae and other plant materials that instantaneously grow inside the aquariums and keep the aquarium environment clean. But unfortunately, once their size starts getting bigger, many responsible fish breeders or customers who like ornamental fishes to be kept in their aquariums have thrown this out into the natural environment, into our freshwater resources, into the adjoining coastal areas, oceans, in case of lakes, rivulets, tributaries, dumps, sewage systems, wherever you can think about. But these indiscriminate dumping of some of the species that are predatory, such like the suckerfish, has caused havoc in our neighboring Bangladesh. If you ever visit Bangladesh and if you are going for fishing in the Buriganga River, you will see that once the fisherman throws the net into the water, what they are harvesting from the water is unimaginably huge number of suckerfish. This predatory fish is eating out every indigenous species of other fishes that are common in the waters of Bangladesh and destroying the fishing industry significantly. Similar things could happen in any country, and has been reported in several countries where irresponsible people have thrown out exotic species of fishes into the natural environment, and they have become very much dominant in these particular ecosystem because they did not have their own predators, and they started predating on other native species, and in many cases making those vulnerable to extinction. So it is important for us to understand that while we enjoy the beautiful ornamental fishes in an aquarium, in a secured environment, we must be responsible in understanding that we should not be releasing these exotic species brought from different countries, different ecosystems into our countries and release them without any restriction into the nature. Various other countries are now imposing serious strict laws and regulation in the release of exotic species in the natural environment. Luckily or unfortunately, both ways in India do not have these laws very well established, or they are well monitored, or there is proper surveillance. As a consequence, we do not know what kind of challenges we are going to face as the ornamental fish industry is expanding in this country. With high rates of unemployment, ornamental fish industry is a significant revenue generator, particularly a very profitable section of the pet industry, but it has its own negativity, and it needs our responsibility to make sure that we do not do things beyond our capacity that may cause irreversible damage to our ecosystem. Shoykot Kumar Basu, Kalinga Chronicle TV, Kolkata Bureau.